On today's edition of Make It Make Sense, Trump starts a trade war for, like, no reason. Make it make sense.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's crazy.
It's wild.
Okay, so Trump just slapped tariffs on Canada and Mexico.
Two of our biggest trading partners.
Huge. I mean, everyone remembers the tariffs on Chinese goods, but this time it feels different.
Oh, yeah.
Way different.
This isn't like his first trade war rodeo, but the fallout could hit your wallet hard this time.
For sure.
Think like pricier cars, avocados suddenly becoming like a luxury item.
Oh, man.
And maybe even making that dream home even more unaffordable.
Yeah, it's going to touch a lot of things.
So buckle up, because we're diving deep into why this is happening, what it could mean for you, and if any of it, well, makes sense. Please make it make sense.
What's fascinating here is the scale and target of these tariffs.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking at like $1.4 trillion worth of goods affected.
Wow.
That's nearly 4 times larger than the Chinese tariffs.
Wow. That's massive.
And this time, it's not a rival. It's our allies, Canada and Mexico. Please make it make sense. It's like he's picking fights with everyone. What is the reason? So why is he doing this? The reasons I've seen are, like, all over the map. Stemming the flow of migrants and drugs, weaning Canada off subsidies, and even, get this, hinting at Canada becoming the 51st state.
51st state?
I mean, seriously, 51st state. Please make it make sense.
Well, the stated reasons are certainly raising eyebrows. What we need to understand is just how deeply integrated the U.S. economy is with Canada and Mexico.
Yeah, they're like right there. We do a ton of trade with them.
Right. For example, in the auto industry, a single car part might cross the border multiple times during the manufacturing process before it ends up in a finished car.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah. So these tariffs disrupt this delicate balance.
I see.
And the consequences, they go way beyond just higher prices.
Oh, I bet. Okay, so let's unpack that. What are we talking about here? Break it down for me and for our listeners.
Okay, so take the auto industry. Wolf Research estimates that these tariffs could increase car prices by around $3,000.
$3,000.
Yeah. That's a big deal for consumers.
Yeah.
But it goes deeper, right?
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Will it push people towards used cars? Could it hurt American car manufacturers who rely on parts from Canada and Mexico? And what happens to jobs in the auto industry if sales just plummet due to these higher prices?
Yeah.
You know, these are all potential consequences we need to consider.
It's all connected.
Exactly.
It's not just cars, though, is it?
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard that everything from avocados to building materials are going to be impacted.
Yeah.
So long, avocado toast. Please make it make sense.
It's true. With Mexico supplying over 80% of U.S. avocados, that guacamole is about to get a whole lot pricier.
I love guacamole.
And it's not just avocados. We're talking about a wide range of fruits, vegetables, meat. A lot of that comes from Mexico and Canada.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And then there's the impact on housing.
Oh, right, housing.
Tariffs on Canadian lumber are going to make building and buying homes more expensive.
Lumber's already so expensive.
Exactly. Which could impact the entire housing market. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out.
So basically, we're all going to feel the pinch in some way.
Likely, yes. And we haven't even talked about the potential for retaliatory tariffs.
Right. Canada's not exactly taken this lying down. You know, the U.S. national anthem being booed at a hockey game. Ouch.
Yeah, they're not happy about it. And their response has been very strategic. They've already hit back with retaliatory tariffs on U.S. goods like beer, clothing, and appliances. And these are, you know, everyday consumer goods, carefully chosen to impact American consumers and apply pressure.
Oh, I see. They're really thinking about this.
Oh, yeah.
It seems like Trudeau is, like, trying to hit back, but also appeal to a sense of shared history.
Right.
Right. I've heard him bringing up World War II and 9/11 times when Canada stood by the U.S.
Exactly. He's invoking those moments to highlight the strong alliance between the two countries.
Makes sense.
And to point out what he perceives as a betrayal of that partnership.
Oh, yeah. I can see how you'd feel that way.
It's a potent message, aimed not just at the U.S. government, but also at the American people.
And it sounds like he's got some allies here in the U.S., like business groups like the U.S. Chamber of Commerce and even the Wall Street Journal editorial board, which usually supports Trump's policies, have come out swinging against these tariffs.
It's true. There's a pretty broad consensus that these tariffs are just a bad idea.
Wow.
And it's not just about the economic impact. There are geopolitical implications to consider as well. You know, this move could strain relations with two of our closest allies and potentially weaken our position on the global stage.
So we've gone deep on the who, what, when, and where, but the why still doesn't entirely make sense, does it? Please make it make sense.
The long-term impacts remain to be seen. But this much is clear. In a globalized world, actions like this have far-reaching consequences, and it's often everyday people who end up footing the bill. Please make it make sense.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. It's a complicated situation, to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about these tariffs? Are they justified, or are we all about to pay the price for a trade war that, frankly, doesn't make a whole lot of sense? Share your thoughts with us on social media